Good evening, everyone. Happy November, everybody.
Yes.
The leaves are falling, and Mariah Carey just broke off the ice. Oh.
It's beginning to
No,
look
stop.
a lot.
You stop right now. Remember that we're still celebrating November. It's Thanksgiving time and everything.
Can't wait to eat that turkey.
Oh my gosh! Don't you dare bring up Christmas yet. I'm still stressing out from recent events and all.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this episode started, shall we? Oh, and this crap. There we go. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of the Anination podcast. My name is Nate, and Amit's here on the right side.
What is up, everybody? What's up, Anination World? How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a good November. And it's the leaves are falling, like you said.
Yeah, the leaves are falling. What is it? The colors have changed, to orange and brown.
Oh yeah,
you know, the same things that fall.
We're in the orange season,
stuff. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I didn't expect this because last month there was a heat wave that happened over in our area, and then it started to get really cold weeks later.
Yeah, the first half of October felt like summer still.
Yeah, because I don't know how summer kind of still got left over, but now we're actually all bundled up. We have our jackets on. We have just our long sleeves taken off already, and just getting rid of our shorts and just getting ourselves bundled up for the winter, for the upcoming months.
Oh yeah, we're preparing for winter. It feels like winter already because of how cold it is outside.
Yeah, I know. It's like I said, it's been cold out there. So let's actually start up with our weekend wrap up. So Amit, how have you been this last weekend?
I've been fine the past weekend. Now of course, Friday night to Saturday, I hung out with my friend at his place. Spent a night over. We played some video games. Watched some shows here and there, and all around. We did see this one movie called Juror Number 2.
What is that movie?
Juror Number 2 is a masterpiece. It's It's a latest movie directed by Clint Eastwood, directed and written by him.
How did I never heard about this movie? Because there was no advertisements for it anywhere.
Oh, because it's very niche. It's showing in limited theaters, and of course, because David Zaslav's an idiot because Juror Number 2 is under Warner Brothers. He hasn't advertised in nearly as much, so Juror Number 2 doesn't have the best marketing.
Did it actually get one of those movies that got axed or something like that, or did it just not become a big thing for Warner Brothers?
It's one of those that they showed limited screen time, limited show times, and limited theaters. It should get more exposure.
That's what I was thinking too, because Clint Eastwood is a really good director himself. He's made movies like Gran Torino. There's a bunch I can't have to forget. No, I mean, if anything, that's a movie that could at least be out there in theaters, but never got really the recognition to say.
Yeah, and it's a shame too, because Juror Number 2 is easily one of the best movies of the year.
This was even a packed house when you watched the movie.
I would say not a packed house, but it was mostly full.
So maybe it did actually come out. I don't know.
Yeah, and also now in terms of Sunday, I had to do this one favor for my grandma.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, I had some lunch at this spot that used to be near us called Chat Cafe. So,
I remember that place. Oh, great!
It used to be Fremont. But
yeah. It's always great Indian food. Where is that, by the way, now?
It's in somewhere in San Jose.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Wait, that's close to me then.
Yeah,
because I never heard about Chat Cafe in forever, and I always remember it being close to your house, and we'd always go there for wraps and stuff.
So have easy access, yeah. And then after that, I saw the movie Venom: The Last Dance, and like the other two Venom movies before.
Oh, so you actually finally watched Venom, the third movie? Yeah.
Yes, it was mediocre.
I already told you. I already told you this because I saw this last week with my friend, and we both said that this was meh.
It was meh.
It's not great. It's not great of a movie. I get it because Venom fans are Venom fans. They really wanted to see how Venom is and how badass he is and all that kind of stuff. But it kind of does throw me off of the whole franchise of Venom. I didn't know how crazy it is, but
I mean the Venom trilogy isn't really that great to begin with. None of the three movies are that great, but the Venom movies are pretty much one of those you just turn off your brain, just enjoy it.
That's what I was thinking, just because Tom Hardy, it's Venom, and the craziness that happens when it comes to the symbiotes that are in that movie too. I just didn't expect that. I mean, Carnage was the main one in the second movie, and now I'm seeing like, oh, a very big thing happened in the third movie. I see, but no, I mean, so you said mediocre. So
yeah,
was it something that you really want your money back or something?
No. It was one of those that I was able to put down as one of my showtimes on my AMC list. So yeah.
Okay. So if anything, we all do agree that this movie kind of stinks.
The movie kind of sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else for that or?
Nothing much I want to say in terms of the weekend. I do have something else I want to say, but I want to let you continue going ahead.
Yeah. So I never expected this, but my friend knows how to sail a boat. So on Saturday this weekend, I actually was out in the ocean, not in the ocean, but more into the bay. And we were actually sailing for the first time. Like, it was me and a couple other friends who were literally on a boat, like knowing how to man a ship, how to steer a ship, and just, having a fun time out in the bay to say. So you get to see like really fresh waters. The winds are in your face. It's nice. It's really nice. But we had to bundle up because it was very cold out there too. So yeah. I just never expected how crazy it is when it comes to like sailing, but there's so many things to do when it comes to managing a boat, like prepping the boat up, getting the sails up, ready to go, and then getting the motor running and making it go all the way out to the bay and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just all that kind of stuff is like my friend, he's very great when it comes to sailing because he's done that for like years, and I told him like, yo, you can do that stuff, but like if you need help, let me know. And he could be able to do all that kind of help, by the way, because he's apparently needs a lot of help, because if he's got to do it by himself, he's just gonna man everything by himself, and there's too much to do when it comes to sailing a ship for sure.
Yeah, that's why with every ship you need a captain, and I assume like Thomas is a captain.
No, Thomas was a no, he still needs to man the ship himself, so like he'll be the one to steer the boat, and at the same time, I mean, like I'll be the ones to like shift the sail if we go off water. So like, for example, like we're close to land, like we don't want the boat to be on land, so we have to like steer the boat off to a different direction, and it actually has a lot of manpower. So say for example, if Thomas is the only one that's going to be on that boat, he has to do it all by himself.
Oh man.
Yeah, and he's done it before, but I just never expected this kind of stuff from the ocean, from the bay at all. But there was just so many amazing stuff that we were able to see. Like obviously the water was great. We were able to go underneath the bridges over the bay, which is pretty sick.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a nice time out. It took a lot of our day, by the way. Like we started like our boat trip around 10 in the morning, and then we came back around 5 p.m. So
yeah, glad you had fun with your boat trip. Yeah,
it was pretty neat. So maybe next time I'll probably bring some other friends to actually go out sailing with us. It's a really fun time. It's a really fun time. And then on Sunday, I was just mostly hanging out with I was just mostly like chilling at home. I was just like cleaning up the house a little bit here and there, and then I also did watch the football games as well, which leads us to our NFL recap for this weekend. Unfortunately, your team sucks again. But so here's the thing: 49ers actually is on a bye, so I cannot judge our team because our team is pretty much resting for the week. But then I had to also focus on Omid's team, the Raiders, and they again continue to fail. So God. How torturous is it for you now just to watch a Raider game now?
Like honestly, the sooner they replace AP, the better. I'm getting really sick of this.
So you try to fire, like what they did with the Saints, like they fired their coach.
Yeah, I look at Antonio Pierce. The more I look at him, the more I think to myself, really disappointing as a coach. Like we could have been a team that could have done much better. Instead, we're doing much worse.
No, you are doing much worse right now. You only have 2 wins.
Like, how is it possible that AP is somehow worse than Josh McDaniels? How?
I don't know. You tell me about your.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just can't wait for the new owner to come in and help your team out.
Yeah, we have to resort to using him.
Yes, you will have to resort to him.
Oh God, I never thought I'd see a day.
How about but I mean, you have your other team that you're also rooting for, right? Eagles. They won their game, so.
Yeah, they did. Congrats to my second team. But still, though, it'd be nice to have my 2 teams win same week.
And also update about our pool that we've been having, by the way. Omid, you ended up getting eliminated this past weekend.
The thing is that what happened was that I picked the Texans over the Jets because that looked a bit lopsided. But the thing that really concerned me, though, why is the Jets favored? To which Nate told me, oh, it's Aaron Rodgers and it's the Jets' home field. And
it's the home field.
I'm thinking to myself, it's still the Jets, though. Like, Texans should be able to get them because
they're surprised. They're a surprise, dude. I mean, like, Aaron Rodgers can actually, make a good game out of it. Like, I get it. Like, they made too many changes here and there when it comes to the team, but they can manage to actually make some wins here and there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna put some I'm gonna root for the Jets. They're not gonna be a playoff team, but they're gonna win some games here and there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you just happen to win a game that I bet them against.
You're just thinking Texans are gonna go dominate through it all. I don't think so. Yeah, it's a short week too. They don't even have that much practice, so something tells me like there was going to be an upset in this game, and Vegas even put out the odds that the Jets were gonna win.
Yeah, for some reason,
but that's what you did, and so I think if you've been following up on our Anination podcast episodes, we have been doing this like pick 'em pool with a bunch of other friends of ours, and we are now down to we had like 5 people left in our pool, and unfortunately me got eliminated, so we were now down to 4 on Thursday. Then 2 other people in our pool actually picked the Saints to beat the Panthers, but they lost, and now they got eliminated, which leaves me and another friend of ours being the only 2 left in the pool.
You know what's crazy is that the Saints were my original pick. Like, I was originally going to pick the Saints over Panthers, but then I switched it to Texans over the Jets. I'm thinking to myself, wow, I would have been screwed either way.
I mean,
like, I was doomed to fail that week anyway.
No, there were a lot of other options that you would have picked. Like, there are a lot of other teams that you could have picked, I
mean, Ravens and Broncos, I was skeptical about because...
That was definitely going to be a win over the Ravens. The Ravens are definitely going to win over the Broncos for sure.
No, but I was skeptical about it because there was a good chance the Broncos would have won against the Ravens.
But the Broncos were not as experienced like the Ravens. Ravens are like a playoff team. They almost made it to the Super Bowl last year.
Like, there were times where, like, the Broncos were good, but they weren't as good as the Ravens, but it just didn't scream out lopsided.
No, it definitely was lopsided. I had a feeling I would do that, but then looking at, like, my picks, I would have just picked Ravens at a later time. Mm-hmm. Like, this time around, I wanted to go for the easy team that could beat out a really bad team, and that was me picking the Bengals over the Raiders. So.
Yeah, it's the thing with Ravens is that I was saving them for another week. I was saving them for much later. Like, I wasn't planning to pick on.
Rip now. You don't care anymore because your season's over.
Yeah, honestly, I'm at a point where I'm just like, I'm out, so it doesn't affect me.
It doesn't really matter anymore. But you did lose out on the big prize that is happening in our pool, by the way. So
yeah, over $1,000.
Yeah, that way it's like over $1,500 in our pool. Yeah. So can't wait. Oh, my friend, he has 1 strike. I have 2 strikes. I really have to be careful about my picks. And of course, he's like currently have the dominant performance right now considering he has 1. So I'm just like watching every game that he picks and hopefully having a loss, like an upset happen with his picks or something.
Yeah, you're in a vulnerable position.
I know vulnerable, but he could be vulnerable too. Like if he loses this week and I win this week, then we're both tied. And it's just a down to the wire thing where you have to make sure that you pick properly.
Down to the wire.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. All right. So yeah, anything else you want to bring up for this week or?
Yes, I just want to say this. Now, of course, due to recent events, I have to say this, is that there are going to be dark times. There are going to be tough times ahead of us. I'm not going to lie, especially the upcoming year. But I just want to say to each and every one of you is that, remember, you're not alone. You're right. You got your loved ones. You got your friends, families, communities who are always going to be by your side no matter what. So don't let anyone, tear you down, intimidate you, or just, belittle, attack you for who you are. Just remember is that we're all in this together. All right? We're all in this together, and just love yourself and continue to do what you do.
Yeah, especially what's been happening recently. So, yeah. So, are you moving to Canada or not?
There are 2 reasons why I still haven't gone to it yet. There are 2 reasons I'm
just gonna say this question because I remember you did say something about moving to Canada, and I'm like, are you serious, my bro?
I was actually joking.
I'm pretty sure you are, but I'm like,
but there are 2 reasons.
Not a serious stance on that.
There are actually 2 reasons that keep me from doing it. Number 1, I don't have the money to actually move. Number 2. It's because my family and friends do reside here where I live, so they're the reason why I'm still staying.
I think the only thing I'm gonna say is it is gonna be tough right now.
Yeah.
What's going on recently out here in our area, in our country to say.
Yeah.
But we will thrive. We will be successful. We just gotta deal with the bad times that could be going our way.
Exactly, and like I said. we're in this together. We will come together and we will heal from this.
Indeed. Yeah. Oh God. I just remember staying up till 2 a.m. after seeing what happened. So
I couldn't get enough sleep.
You were apparently like grieving yourself and all that.
I couldn't sleep. I was like waking up in the middle of the night, constantly.
Also, for those that actually follow Omid, you should know what he's talking about.
I didn't want to go into detail about it because I didn't want to bring up that sort of thing into our animation podcast, but yeah, since this is really big and something that impacts us, I want to bring it up.
I'm just gonna say, to be fair, like you have a political stance because you put it up on your Instagram a lot.
Yeah,
so.
I do because these are important issues. I feel we need to share more. It's a way of spreading awareness.
I know. I'm one of those that I'm like, I could just leave it to myself. I don't need to really spread the word out.
Yeah, I'm not dictating anyone to, and I'm not dictating anyone express the way they want to or anything about it. It's just like the way I do things is that, like I tend to be vocal about it.
I get it. Like I get it. Like I get it that you're vocal, but like at the same time, like I know your stance. Mm-hmm. I know your stance. I know who you were going to vote for. I know who you're going to do this and that. Mm-hmm. But like, there are other people out there that think are otherwise.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I'm not gonna get on them about it. I'm not gonna debate them or anything like that. I'm not going to fight them. I'm just going to do my thing, like post my opinions, just go about my business.
Yeah.
That's all I could do.
Remember, we're just a voice. We're just a voice, not everybody's voice.
Yeah, we're just a voice at the end of the day.
Indeed. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. You had to bring it up. So that's what I think.
Anyway, yeah, I had to get it out of the way because that's heavy stuff.
Yeah, I know you had to bring it up. So I'm like, this is where I have to actually say my shit too. So yeah, it's a bad day. It was a bad day yesterday, and we're trying to grieve with it right now.
Yeah, and what better way than tonight's episode to kind of like cheer ourselves up.
Well, to be fair, tonight is not even an episode. It's just pretty much a short video. We are going to be highlighting everything that's going to be happening in the month of November. Yes. So let's actually start it off with this particular announcement that's coming up in November. Let me grab this here. The Fairly Odd Parents are actually coming on Netflix.
Yes, let's
the Fairly
go.
Odd Parents,
yes!
A New Wish, is coming to Netflix starting on November 14th.
Odd Parents, Fairly Odd Parents. Yes.
So Amit is very excited about it. You watched the whole show, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and I absolutely adore every second of it. Like, Fairly Odd Parents New Wish is such a breath of fresh air when it comes to cartoon reboots, because we were all groaning. I remember not too long ago, it was Once Upon a Time yesterday, we all groaned at the fact that we're getting a new Fairly Odd Parents show because the Fairly Odd Parents fatigue. But now we got it, and oh my god, it is legit awesome. Like, I would even say it's even better than the original show itself.
I mean, I really do love Hazel. I really do love, like, that Cosmo and Wanda are now Hazel's new Fairly Odd kids. Yes. And then, like, a bunch of new things happening. I mean, you even get references to old Fairly Odd Parent shows. I mean, you had AJ pop out of nowhere. You had Crocker in the movie. You have Crocker in the show. You have Vicky in the show. Oh, yeah. Timmy's not in the show. Apparently, you can't be able to see him yet. But
yeah, like,
someone tells me second season, he'll probably be there.
Yeah, I want Timmy to at least have a cameo, but if not, I'm okay with it as well, because at the end of the day, it's about Hazel. Like Cosmo, like Hazel is Cosmo Wanda's new new godchild.
Yeah. So when you heard about the fact that Fairly Odd Parents New Wish is going to be coming on Netflix, how about you reacting? How about your reactions to it?
Oh my gosh, my reactions to it were I am legit hyped and excited for this. Like I'm gonna definitely be watching all these episodes. I'm gonna watch the entire show on Netflix again because I'm gonna give my support to this show, and also for one crucial reason.
Yeah, definitely one crucial reason. We'll discuss that later. But I'm one of those people that actually haven't watched the whole entire Fairly Odd Parents show. And that's just because Nickelodeon is not even airing it on their network. So the only way I can do it is either record it on DVR. And I remember watching the first episode of Fairly Odd Parents A New Wish, and I couldn't be able to watch it because I didn't record it on DVR, which means I had to actually go to Amazon and buy the episode. And I'm like, really? This is the way to go? It's not even on Paramount Plus. It's not even on like any streaming service that could be able to make me watch New Wish. So when I heard the fact that it's going to be on Netflix, it made me say, okay, now I can actually finally watch the whole entire show now.
Yeah, you don't have to pay a cent either.
Right, exactly. Well, no.
Well, I mean, you'd have to pay the streaming service, but I'm talking about in terms of like extra stuff. Like, you don't have to pay this.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, you still have to pay the $15 Netflix fee, dude.
No, I'm just saying, like like aside from the streaming service fee, of course, but you don't have to pay for Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish itself.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying like, it's gonna be part of their library. It's just more like Netflix. You still have to pay for that. Okay. Yeah. Please don't confuse everybody here. Okay.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. So you've seen the show on Nickelodeon. I know that you said you were excited about it. Like I said before, I haven't seen the show on Nickelodeon. So if anything, this is great. Now, if you've been following all about social media when it comes to Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish, this is actually a good pivotal point to emphasize the fact that this show could get a second season if the numbers on Netflix is going to be high for this show.
Exactly. So it's up to us. It's up to us, FOP and You Wish fans to come together and, watch the show on Netflix. Make sure it gets high enough, boost high enough numbers to where Netflix greenlits Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish. We cannot let the show die that early.
I have a feeling that it will do well, especially when it comes to a big streaming platform like Netflix. Surprising that it's not currently on Paramount Plus, because that also has its audience as well, especially Fairly Odd Parents fans. But when I also heard about the fact that it's going to come out on Netflix, remember, the Fairly Odd Parents is also on Netflix too.
Yeah, so
something tells me they were going to put all of the Fairly Odd Parents franchise in Netflix, and for the show to actually have a second season, I feel like the numbers are going to go really high, knowing the fact that the Fairly Odd Parents are doing really well in Netflix right now.
I think this is a good move because of the two, Netflix is more popular in comparison to Paramount Plus, but that's not the main reason why I'm glad it's on Netflix instead. The main reason why it's on Netflix, why I'm excited it's on Netflix, is because we all remember the Paramount purge that happened earlier this year.
Yes, we get it. Like Big Nate got taken out. What other big shows were taken out from Paramount Plus?
Blue's Clues and You. Oh. And also the new Rugrats reboot, but then again, I'm not that sad about it. Uh-huh. And also other projects as well. So it makes me think that because of that, I don't want Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish to suffer the same fate because I adore the show that much. So I felt Netflix was the way to go. Now, of course, you can make the argument that Netflix has a history of canceling its own Netflix shows as well. But the thing is that the last time it did was Inside Job, and that was about 1 to 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's about a couple of years ago. So they have pretty much stopped the whole Netflix cancellation purge and stuff. Yeah. So I think they learned their lesson and stuff. I think Netflix is being successful where they don't need to actually cancel shows or write them off as checks or something.
Yeah,
that's Warner Brothers' problem. That's currently everybody's problem right now, considering Paramount is writing off shows and Disney is writing off shows. Hint.
So I feel like Netflix is embracing their animated properties again, which I'm glad they are.
Which is great. And remember, this is not Netflix's property. This is Nickelodeon's property. But Nickelodeon's streaming it on Netflix. I mean, they are bringing, again, Nickelodeon shows into Netflix, like Fairly Odd Parents, and look how successful it is right now.
Yes, it is.
So something tells me if Fairly Odd Parents You Wish does well, they will have a second season, and I know that the voice actress of Hazel is pushing it right now.
Yes,
in order for it to become another season and everything.
Ashley, yes,
yeah, I know that she was absolutely strong in making sure that that this is a big thing. So
what I love about Ashley is that she's a very chill woman, especially when she interacts with the fans on Twitter.
She's really. If anything, it's Twitter. Great to actually see that a voice actress can actually go out there and actually, be interactive with the fans, retweets their fan art, even meets up with the fans and even says thank you for visiting this convention. You make a great Hazel cosplay and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, she even retweeted and liked some of my posts about Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish, so I'm blessed about that.
I mean, I think it just does anything. Yeah. It's just anything Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish, because it just tells you Ashley is currently the head, the main voice actress in this show that is going to be successful. So obviously she wants to spread the word out. She wants to make sure this show gets popular, and it is popular. It feels like the animation community definitely loves Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish. It's just that with the whole thing that Nickelodeon is doing right now, they are looking to cancel it. But hopefully, if it does do well on Netflix, then we could have a second season in the run.
Yeah, hopefully that happens. But like I said before, come the moment that this releases, the first day that it releases, get on Netflix immediately and watch this gem of a show.
Yes. So yes, when it comes out next week on was it the 14th of November? Please check it out. It's gonna be on Netflix. And if I were to say this, I strongly urge you to watch it immediately, so that we can get those numbers going, so we could have a second season of the Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish.
Yes. Now this is turning into a Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish campaign, and you know what? I'm fine with it. I could campaign this show hard all day.
Yeah, I'm just talking to the Anination podcast audience right now. Y'all gotta watch this. Y'all gotta watch this Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish. When it's on Netflix, marathon it, do whatever you can. And also share it to your friends so that they can watch it as well. Yes, it definitely needs to have a second season.
Cosmo, Wanda, I wish for season 2. Fairly Odd Parents, You Wish.
You're not the fairy god kid. You're not the fairy god kid.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay, so yes, Fairly Odd Parents, You Wish comes on Netflix. Let's go over to our next news coming up for November. This show called Invincible Fight Girl, we did talk about this in a previous episode, but now it is currently airing on Adult Swim on Netflix. Sorry, how do I say Netflix? Sorry. It's currently airing on Adult Swim and on Max.
Yes.
This series premiered on November 3rd, 2024. Omid, have you actually watched a few episodes of Invincible Fight Girl?
I have watched the first 2 episodes of Invincible Fight Girl on Max, and so far it's pretty kick-ass. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the animation is like pretty fun, like pretty flashy and all that, and also the fight scenes, the choreography is very well done, and also the character herself, Andy, is really likable.
Okay, so to be fair, like the way I kind of saw Andy at the first episode was the fact that she's like an accountant or something. Like, yeah, she's living in the quote real world. Like, she has to have a real job, you know?
Yeah, she's. It takes place in Accountant Isle, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, she's a teenager and she's already adulting.
Also, the fact there's an island called Accountant Isle.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Like, how could she adult at this young age, you know?
Right. No, and then she's an accountant, and then she's apparently really depressed because that's not her dream job. Her parents really wants her to be an accountant, and I'm like, really? It's not like a boring job to me. So that's why she ends up taking off the suit and becomes a wrestler herself, which I thought was pretty sick. And then the fights that come along are also pretty cool. I get it. This whole thing is all about wrestling, but it's all about this journey about this one girl named Andy who is about to get herself from the rookie ranks all the way to one of the biggest ranks in wrestling, to say.
Yeah, so it's about her chasing her dream to be this professional wrestler, and you know what? We're there to root for Andy to be successful at that.
So her name is Fight Girl. I just realized that too.
She goes by Fight Girl.
Well, I mean, everybody has their own nicknames when it comes to wrestling, right?
Well, I mean, it kind of comes with territory of being a wrestler. You got to have your own nickname.
I mean, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne Johnson is The Rock. You had John Cena.
Also, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, there you go. See, you got those big names as well. I mean, you have The Undertaker. You'll have so many awesome wrestlers that have their nicknames. So I kind of want to see how this goes, because it kind of gives me the whole resemblance of what WWE is when I'm watching that show, when I'm watching their shows. And it just tells you I get it. It's supposed to be a wrestling thing, and it's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you seen the first 2 episodes, right?
Yes.
So how do you think about the series so far?
What I think about the series so far, it's pretty engaging, and it's definitely this raw, underdog story about this girl rising up to become the best wrestler of all time. And so far, I'm really into it. I can't wait for episode 3.
Yeah, I can't wait to continue watching the show. I know the first episode is currently out on YouTube, and it's also out on Max. So please, if you have a Max account, please watch it there. And if you have a YouTube account, which everybody has, please watch the first episode right there on the Max. On the Cartoon Network website or Cartoon Network channel.
Yeah, because just like Fairly Odd Parents, you wish to watch it on Netflix. You gotta watch on Netflix for it to get renewed season 2. I'm feeling that Invincible Fight Girl is the same.
I think it will do well. Considering the fact that it's not only airing on Adult Swim, it's actually airing on other networks. Literally, I saw an advertisement after AEW that Invincible Fight Girl was next. So after AEW did their show, then the next episode that came up was Invincible Fight Girl. I'm like, oh my god, wrestling! What? A cartoon animated show wrestling? So they really are spreading this show around. They're bringing it up to TNT, TBS, all the Turner networks, to say.
Yeah, so it's already getting a good amount of exposure, and I like that. But I'm saying, in order for it to thrive and get, about, season 2, season 3, we got to make sure.
I know it will. I have a feeling it will. It's just that because of the audience that this show is going to pick up, obviously wrestling fans, something tells me it will do well. And again, I love the animation. It kind of reminds me of Adventure Time, not really Adventure Time. It kind of reminds me of
Steven Universe.
Do you think Steven Universe?
Not so much Steven Universe, but
no, it's not Cricket the Creek. I don't know. It's a different kind of animation.
Glitch text vibes. But
no, I don't think so. I know it's very anime-like. Definitely very anime-like for sure. The
original Teen Titans was. You could make the argument the original Teen Titans had was inspired by anime, in terms of its style.
I mean, that's true, but it's also saying Hi Puffy Amimi is also inspired by anime too. But
that's true. Yeah.
No, I mean, I have a feeling that this definitely was going to be like an anime, like an American anime show, just like what they did with Avatar: The Last Airbender. But obviously in the world of wrestling, and I do think that the animation is great. I can't wait to see more of this, more of the episodes of the show. But there are new episodes coming out this November, so again, it's gonna be fun.
Invincible Fight Girl.
Yeah. So please check it out on Max and Adult Swim.
Yes.
It's kind of weird that it used to be a Cartoon Network show, now it's an Adult Swim show.
Yeah, it tells me this is a prime example of how Cartoon Network is, slowly dying, and so like Adult Swim is sort of like taking over on that block, and the Adult Swim is becoming like the more popular channel, like the more popular network of the brand of that block channel block.
Yeah. So maybe that's why. Because Cartoon Network is kind of dead now.
Yeah, man.
I really hope Cartoon Network succeeds, but who knows? They really have been a dead channel now.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
All right, so let's skip away from the television shows and actually talk about a movie that's coming out this November. Moana 2 is actually coming out this November. It's been a while since we actually heard about Moana. It's been like 7 years since we heard about the last Moana movie.
Yeah, it really has been that long, hasn't it? I do remember the 2016 movie saw Moana. Yeah, it's definitely a modern Disney masterpiece for sure.
I mean, it is a Disney masterpiece itself, but I just never expected ourselves to actually see a sequel. But then again, this is Disney pretty much profiting out of the sequels right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're at the phase where they pretty much make animated features. Like Walt Disney Animation is making these sequels that are sequels to the original Disney animated movies, like Ralph Breaks the Internet, Frozen 2, and now this.
Well, I mean, you also did have Inside Out 2, you had Frozen 2. I mean, all of them were box office successes right now. And at the moment right now, for what I'm seeing from the box office pre-sale ticket sales, fortunately, for what I'm hearing, is that they're actually breaking records when it comes to Moana 2 right now.
Yeah, because it really does show how big of a hype Moana 2 is, because they want to see Moana and Maui on more adventures. Mm-hmm. Now, as for me, whether or not it gets a sequel, I didn't really mind either way, but I felt like Moana 1 would have thrived from being its own solo movie as well.
You think so? Like from the way it ended and everything?
Yeah, I feel like I'm open to sequel. I'm not groaning at it, but I'm just on lines of Moana 1 was sufficient enough. But if you want Moana 2, all right, I'm open to it.
Yeah, I think Moana 2 was just definitely... I feel like definitely Moana 2 was more of like, Disney trying to incorporate another sequel to the movie. But then from what I'm seeing from the premise... I think it's a pretty cool premise that they're kind of bringing up, because, like, according to what you wrote down here, this movie takes place 3 years after what happened to Moana.
3 years.
So, sorry, 3 years after the first film's setting. Yeah. And it's about Moana and Maui venturing to the far seas of Oceania to break the god Nalo's curse of the hidden island of Motefutu. What the hell?
Yeah, they have these island names. So Motufitu is
so it's like a Hawaiian island.
It's a Polynesian thing. Yeah.
Okay. Again, like I'm not Hawaiian. I don't know the names of this. So sometimes I will be really like bad with pronunciation. So sorry, Hawaiians out there. So how excited are you to see the characters back? Moana, Maui, Hey, and everybody else there.
Oh, I definitely am excited for their adventures, but I have a feeling that Moana 2 isn't going to be as good as the first, because I've seen a track record of, Disney movies in which the sequels aren't as good as the original. Like, Frozen 2 isn't as good as Frozen 1. Ralph Breaks the Internet is certainly no record Ralph 1. Come on, let's be honest. Uh-huh. And the same thing with Moana 2, but, like, I'm hoping it goes... I hope that... while it won't be as good as the first, I'm hoping that it'll be sufficient enough on its own. It'll be decent.
I am definitely gonna say I'm definitely gonna talk back to you about that one. Actually, I would actually say differently, because I feel like this new adventure looks to be something a little bit more epic. You see Moana a little bit more older. She can do things all by herself with Maui's help. I don't know what's going on when it comes to like the curse that's going on in that island, but something tells me like there's gonna be something that'll probably be bad at the end. Like, there's a vibe that tells me like Maui might die, or this person might die, or something has to make a sacrifice. Something tells me like that's probably gonna be happening in this movie, because the vibes are there. It just tells me like, something bad's gonna happen, and it gets me more excited about this particular movie.
Yeah. Now the stakes are, of course, might be higher than the stakes in the first movie, but I'm saying like in terms of the overall storytelling and quality of the movie, whether or not like it'll be better than Moana 1 or whether it be worse, I don't know. But
I'm still keeping my hopes for this. I'm still keeping my hopes for this. Like there's a brand new villain, and she looks pretty sinister.
It's all about expectations. Like, if you go into this expecting Moana to be, an overall good, worthy sequel to the first movie, like the first, while not as good as the first, still good on its own, you're going to have a fun time with it. But if you're expecting it to be like a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, something tells me that you'll walk out of the theater pretty disappointed.
Well, I'm not really expecting like a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, more like a 9 out of 10 masterpiece. Like, make sure it's animated well, make sure the story is set straight, make sure it's all really good. So, like, there's no loopholes when it comes to the particular movie itself.
Yeah.
And something tells me, like, if they can actually, like, fix it all up, then they could be able to make a successful Moana sequel. And to be fair, like, it has been a while since we actually seen Moana. And she's been great as an ocean princess back in the first movie.
Yeah.
So now I want to see like what happens when she follows up. Now she's actually rules the sea now.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be one key element that will uphold the movie, and it's the development of Moana, because she's taking on a brand new role.
That's the one thing that I really like to see too. Like, oh, now she's actually has a bigger role now than what happened back in Moana 1.
Yeah, so I think that's one thing that's going to make the movie promising is, like, how does Moana deal with this new role?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what makes this movie, that's what the part of the movie is. It's going to be all about her trying to succeed in, like, these big missions, like trying to save a curse, for example, with Maui's help and all. So something tells me that will be great. Like, it will be helpful for Moana. It'll be great for Moana.
Something tells me that out of the 3 Disney sequels, Moana 2, Frozen 2, and Ralph Breaks the Internet, I'm feeling Moana 2 might be better than the other 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't bring up Inside Out 2 or like any of the other sequels that came out from Disney.
Like Inside Out 2, yeah, it is under the Disney belt, but it is a Pixar sequel. It is under Pixar,
but like
it's Pixar.
Yes,
yeah.
But it also did really well for a sequel itself. Like, it kind of tells me like how Toy Story and Toy Story 2 went. Like, it did thrive better with Toy Story 2.
Yeah, like Inside Out 2, in my opinion, it even surpassed the quality of Inside Out 1. So something tells me Moana 2 might meet the same fate. Like, it might do it, but it's more like
the ticket sales are already kind of telling you that it's going to succeed really well when it comes to money and movie box office hits. But also tells me like there's a lot of people that are out there kind of thinking like they might see a very good movie out of it, and I think it's good. Yeah. That they are really having high hopes when it comes to this movie, and I really do hope that this movie does end up being successful. Like, I can't wait to watch this movie for sure.
Yeah, I do hope that this movie ends up being good. Like I said, I really loved Moana 1, so of course I want Moana 2 to be good as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, Moana 2 comes out November 27th, literally on Thanksgiving weekend. So if you are going to be one of those like awesome fans who watches on Thanksgiving, it'll be out there for you over November 27th.
Yeah, so after you got your grub, you got your dinner filled up, you want to have some sort of like post-Thanksgiving, post-feast movie, there you go.
No, I'll just go Black Friday shopping. All right, next up. Let's actually talk about a certain show that's coming on Netflix. Well, it already came out on Netflix, but the second season is about to come out on this November. You can see that these characters are from League of Legends. We're talking about Arcane. Now, the second season has already been announced a couple months ago, but they are going to be doing the second season in 3 arcs. Part 1 is going to be debuting on November 9th. The second part will be on November 16th, and the third part will be on November 23rd. How do you like this whole setup about the parts being aired like this?
I really do like it because of the fact of how now they're doing what Cobra Kai did, which is another Netflix movie.
I thought Cobra Kai actually had
which is another Netflix series.
Yeah, I thought Cobra Kai actually had like episodes for it.
Like Cobra Kai also has part 1, part 2, and part 3. I'm saying Arcane is going a similar route, but the thing is that the difference between this and Cobra Kai is that Arcane is doing it within 1 month. Yeah. Like parts 1 through 3 is within 1 month.
So sorry, I haven't caught up with Cobra Kai, but you're watching the final season.
Yes, I am.
So you're telling me like when it premiered earlier this summer, was it just one part, just one episode?
No, it was actually about 3 or 4, 5 episodes.
So it's a couple of episodes for part 1. So part 2 would be another 3 or 4 episodes, and part 3 would be another 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But this time around for this Arcane show, it's literally just 1 hour, 1 part, 1 hour, 2 part, 1 hour, 3 part or something.
Yeah, and I like that because it gives the audience room to breathe, and also it gives them things to discuss regarding season 2 while awaiting for the next parts to come, because they don't want to be spoiled for one thing.
I know that it took them a while to make season 2 of Arcane. Season 1 came out like a couple years ago in 2021. Did you watch season 1 of Arcane?
I watched season 1 of Arcane, and it is one of the best Netflix
Did you watch it like
shows
during 2021, or did you watch it like later on in the?
I actually watched it during this year. Oh my god, it is a masterpiece of a show, like one of Netflix's best. And this comes from someone who doesn't play League of Legends.
I don't play League of Legends myself, but I remember watching Arcane, and just the amazing stuff about the characters that were featured here is just mind blowing, and the animation itself is just out of this world crazy, because like you never expect to see that from a League of Legends game.
Yeah, and the rich world building, one of the best I've seen in any series.
It definitely is. Yeah, I mean, the story building when it comes to this particular show, because you never expect to see Jinx and forgot the name of the red hair girl again.
Vi.
Yeah, you never expect this whole like rivalry between Vi and Jinx.
Yeah,
it's just pretty intense, and like a great amazing story that they have with this particular cartoon.
Now they do have an intense rivalry, as we see in season 1, but season 2 is going to build up the intensity.
Yeah, I know, and you've seen like the previews of this particular show. Like you see what's it. V just like fighting and stuff. Jinx just being in the background, looking into all the fights that's happening. Like, what is going on? Like, what's the mystery that's going on between these two?
Yeah. Now, the good thing about Arcane is that as the series goes on, more and more, world building, mysteries, unraveling, all of that. The series unravels itself as time goes on.
I mean, it should.
Yeah.
That's because like we're in the final season, so I'm assuming that they're going to actually put up a lot of the clear up all of the loopholes that happen when it comes to particular stuff that happened in season 1, and actually, clear out the season 2 and stuff like that.
And that's a sign of a damn good show.
Yeah. So obviously we're all hyped about it. Season 2 will start on November 9th. Oh, you're definitely gonna be watching it when it first comes out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you hope to see in season 2? Is that all that we could talk about when it comes to season 2?
We can also talk about what we hope to see in season 2.
Yeah.
I do hope that Jinx and Vi do really make up for real in the end, because they were really sweet as adopted, as like found sisters, like sister figures and like sisters. And also we want to explore more about other characters as well as the creation of some magical orb things. And so yeah, all that stuff.
I wish I can if anything, I do want to see other like League of Legends characters be a part of this.
Yeah.
Like one of those little cat creatures. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't play the game of League of Legends, but I know that the little furry cat creatures are always like a fun thing to watch. Yeah,
They're cute. Yeah.
yeah. So I really hope to see more. Oh, it's a team. I forgot the name of the freaking thing, but it's a little cat figure. I don't know. League of Legends fans, help me out because I don't play the game. So, again, more characters when it comes to League of Legends be a part of this show, because I know this is going to be the final season of the Arcane, and who knows, maybe League of Legends might be working on other animated projects, like another show for this character or that character.
Which I want to see of, because I'm really invested in this League of Legends verse in terms of, movies, TV shows. I want to see more of that.
Yeah. And I think they're going to be doing well with it. We don't know. We don't know when it comes to it, but I know that the animators did an amazing job when it comes to this particular show with the base of the animation and just everything that looks in it. It makes sense why it took so long for it to actually have its second and final season out. But I really do hope that this whole animated series ends out to be an amazing one in the end.
I couldn't agree more, man.
Yep. Arcane season 2 comes out November 9th on
Yes.
Netflix. Getting hyped for that for sure. All right, so let's actually go back into our real realm and head back into the television side, because we have brand new episodes of cartoons that'll be coming out real soon here in this month. So let's actually start off with a show that we know and love. Big City Greens.
Bingo bango.
Bingo bango. Big City
Yes.
Greens does have brand new episodes coming out in the middle of November. Let's start off with the first episode called Turkey Trouble. Bill begrudgingly joins Cricket to cover up a turkey crime on Thanksgiving. So what do you think about the synopsis about this particular episode?
Something tells me that they're going to do this, so cover up a turkey crime on Thanksgiving. Something tells me they're going to go, Law and Order. They're going to go this Law and Order direction in terms of, covering up a crime or investigating a crime. I think what's going to happen is that Tilly's going to do some investigating on this turkey crime. I want to see them do that because
good idea.
Like it could go the CSI route.
So this is where I had a feeling like if you talk about like Bill begrudgingly like doing something about a turkey crime, somebody tells me that he may have stolen a turkey in the store.
And the thing is, you got to remember about Bill and Cricket's father-son relationship is that they are on often odds with each other, and especially
yes, they have been at odds with each other because like Cricket is always like the silly, foolish one, while Bill is always like the obedient and nice one.
Yeah, you rarely see the two be mischievous together.
I mean, there were times where like they have agreed with each other on things like that, but to actually have those two actually work together in a team, that's quite something. Because really so when I saw this whole synopsis, something tells me like Bill may have screwed up on the turkey. Maybe I don't even know if they even have a turkey in the farm.
Yeah,
because they're in big city. I'm gonna say it out there. I'm pretty sure they're in big city for this particular episode. They're obviously they don't have a turkey in that farm that in Alice's house, for example. So they have to go find a turkey out in the store. They unfortunately ran out of time because all the turkeys are already sold out. Mm-hmm. That's why they had to like steal a turkey somewhere. And then this is where Cricket and Bill have to like do something. Well, like Bill hides the turkey, and then Cricket comes out to help him because like, oh, Cricket, I know you done some mischievous stuff. Can you help me out with this?
Yeah.
And while the other family members are kind of wondering what happened to the turkey, say for example, Alice wants the turkey, but then Tilly, being her kind of crazy stuff herself, she probably would be on the investigation side, like what you're talking about, and say like, what's up with this turkey? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? So I have a feeling it will be just something like that. Maybe Nancy might be a part of it too.
Yeah, I think like she might be the third accomplice. Like you'll see Nancy appear later on in the episode, then she'll try to help Bill and Cricket out.
Yeah. I mean, this looks to be like a very funny episode, I must say.
It really does, and it has been a while since we've had a Big City Greens Thanksgiving episode.
That is true, actually, because the last time that Big City Greens actually has a Thanksgiving episode was actually back in season 1. If you remember the episode Big Deal, it's all about the Greens having a Thanksgiving lunch, but unfortunately, Cricket really wants to watch this football game. The TV broke, and then they had to go all the way to the department store to find a TV.
Yeah,
where it was actually Black Friday that day too.
Oh my god, the way they portrayed Black Friday had me laughing in stitches. Because that's really how it was when we used to go to Black Friday.
The insanity about like that particular episode, because like they were just going there to find a TV, right?
Yeah.
But there's just so many other people that were just like fighting for stuff. Like there's also that one part where like Bill was trying to hand off a fishing pole to a kid, and she saw the price, and then he stole it away from the kid.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And then, that's how people react to Black Friday. Even Bill. Yeah.
And then even Alice had to fight off for like a TV. Even like Tilly becoming mean to find off a TV too or something. I just remember that whole TV thing where like the seller was giving it for $1, and then everyone wants to get the TV, while Bill, Tilly, and Alice were trying to like fight off people for that TV.
I remember. And the main antagonist was this one owner, this one guy who was overseeing them. Like he put it on purpose just so that people could fight over stuff so that his business could become successful.
Yes. I know he's also voiced by a very famous actor. What was the guy from Mad Men again?
John Hamm.
Yeah, John Hamm. He was actually voiced by John Hamm, the main guy. So, I mean, we got some big celebrities when it comes to big city. Who knows?
Yeah, John Hamm, Tom Hanks. You never know who's next.
Yeah, Tom Hanks was surprising, by the way, having him pop up at Big City.
That was something.
So I don't know if there's going to be a big celebrity that will actually be part of this, but it's another basic episode. Something tells me that it's just going to be a simple episode. It's not going to be much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that it'll be up on par, like, say, for example, that Black Friday episode, but it'll be fun.
I still say it's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be a very funny episode, but the episode's called Turkey Trouble. That will come out in the middle of November. But it also is also a 15-minute episode, which means that there's also going to be another new episode of Big City Greens. There's another episode called Hard Bargain that will also air right after Turkey Trouble. The synopsis here says the Greens got into crazy hijinks into a Smalton antique shop. How do you like the idea about that?
Now, of course, what I love about Big City Greens is that when you have the Green family like go somewhere, like you could put them in any kind of atmosphere and they still manage to make it work. Like you could put them at the fair, you could put them at a restaurant, you could put them at a supermarket. You can even put them in an antique shop.
Yeah.
They somehow managed to
So
make
this
it work.
is gonna be in Smalton. So this is just a small little like antique shop that is like literally in their small town. And then the hijinks that they're gonna do is just more of them just doing their own separate thing. Because you've seen those Big City Green episodes. You've seen, for example, the episode that we reviewed last week. Was it the fortune teller episode? Yeah. You've seen what each green has done in that episode. Like, for example, Bill and Tilly with the grater, Alice with the funnel cakes, and Cricket trying to see himself not slap each other. So something tells me when they go into this small antique shop, Cricket might be like looking for something that he likes, like a treasure box, for example. Tilly might be going on an adventure in the antique shop, looking at like all the nooks and crannies when it comes to the show. Maybe Nancy might be a part of this episode and maybe thinking about something to buy for her dad. And then Bill and Alice could be doing something over there too. But yeah, this is just a small episode. This is not a big Black Friday episode or anything. So
no, it's not going to be as big as the Turkey Trouble episode. But you know what? Hard Bargain would still be like a nice little treat after a big feast as Turkey Trouble.
I also just realized too, Hard Bargain. Something tells me that they're going to like bargain off the thing that they want to buy.
Oh yeah, they're going to live up to the title. Like they're going to do some heavy bargaining there.
Pawning. They're pawning. Like they're pawning shop. Like, a pawn shop.
A pawn shop, yeah.
Yeah, what a pawn shop does. So like, say for example, like they want to sell this particular item, they want to get it for the highest buck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they buy something and they want to buy it for the cheapest buck. It's something about the pawn shop. So I have a feeling this hard bargain part is going to be something. It's like they want to get this, but they want to go for a cheaper price. Like, how are they going to do that? Sell off this to get it?
Yeah, and you kind of wonder which exact items they're going to pawn.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Like, I don't know. It's just something to see. Plus, we're going back into Smalton, so I know that we always been flipping back and forth when it comes to Smalton things and the big city things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like... Well, how do you like the whole vibe when they always switch from, like, Smalton to big city?
What I like about it is that it shows how the Green family does thrive in two separate environments, in two separate locations.
Yeah.
It really does. Because, like, they're half city, half country. When you think about it,
if anything, I just I lost my train of thought again. If anything, the Greens kind of show if it gives them more to expand when it comes to this particular show, because you get to see what was it both episodes, something like that.
You get to see.
No, I lost my train of thought again. Right. It's just hard to like say it whenever I'm trying to get them out of there. Mm-hmm. Because it expands the world because they have both the city things that they can go through. So like the Greens can like have their city life when it comes to like the farmers market, for example, and even like Cricket and Tilly hanging out with Remy and a bunch of their friends. And then when you go back into Smalton, they also do have their own like lifestyle there, where like Bill can be farming out there in their farm, while Cricket and Tilly can hang out with their friends out there too.
Yeah, so at the end, and that's what makes Big City Greens all the more better, is that it does expand upon the lore, the world of Big City Greens.
Yeah, it's like I think they're better. They're bigger than Big City. They have all this like environments for them to be a part of.
Big City Greens more like Big Country Greens. No, just kidding. They're
just the Greens, as they said in the finale of season 3. Okay. Anyways, the new episode of Big City Greens is coming out on November 16th, Saturday, November 16th. So check it out on Disney Channel then, and it'll be airing on Disney Plus on November 20th. So you can watch it anytime you want on Disney Plus after it airs on the 16th Disney Channel.
Bingo bango.
Yeah, I can't wait. We have brand new Big City. I just hope we get more episodes coming out. So. Yeah, we've seen it all at Hamster and Gretel. We just want more Big City now.
Yeah, the show is continuing to be, big. Emphasis on, they put the Big City Greens. It continues to be successful, so we're going to see much more content, much more episodes to come, so yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We're not ending the episode just yet, because we also do have more new episodes of a certain show that we also do love in this particular podcast. The Loud House does have brand new episodes coming out this November, by the way.
In the Loud House, the Loud House.
Oh my god! So we have been waiting for this, by the way. That we have not seen new episodes of the Loud House since No Time to Spy. Literally, Nickelodeon, what are you doing? We are waiting for these particular Loud House episodes, guys.
Yeah, and wouldn't you know it, we actually have them right there in our hands.
sorry. I didn't mean No Time to Spy. It was Close Encounters of the Nerd Kind.
Yeah, Close Encounters of the Nerd Kind, yeah.
Yeah, we tried to follow up with more episodes of The Loud House, and now we're actually going to have it with 4 new episodes coming out starting next week as we're recording, by the way. So let's actually go through each episode and actually share our thoughts about these episodes. So the first episode that will come out will be called Carless Whisper. The synopsis says Lincoln and his friends try to befriend a brand new girl named Kara when they learn she has access to a legendary missing comic book. Now, we've seen Kara before.
Yes.
She's a part of the comic book. She's a part of the comic book store. Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like the moment, I was a fan of this character. I was a fan of Kara by her first appearance alone. Win, lose, or steal. Bake, borrow, steal. Ever since her appearance in Bake, borrow, steal, I've been wanting more of her because she has that, snarky attitude you just can't help but love. And also she's a huge comic book nerd herself. She's a huge David Steele nerd. And I thought to myself, okay, that's my precious daughter right there already.
Oh, God.
Let's go.
What's up with you and precious daughters now? No, but Kara looks like a pretty awesome, young woman. She looks like she wants to, respect her own when it comes to the comic books and stuff. Like, she knows her stuff when it comes to comic books. So the fact that she actually, is not really an owner of the comic book store. She's just more of, a person who works in the comic book store. So she has, all the access to the comic books and everything. Which makes sense why in this episode Lincoln wants to friend her in order for them to get this secret access comic book. And something tells me she's not alone. I feel like it's Lincoln and a bunch of his other friends. So Clyde, Stella, Liam, Zach, and Rusty are probably going to be along with this as well.
Yeah. And I think each of them are gonna have their own way of trying to befriend Kara in their own way. Like you're gonna have Clyde offering Kara fresh pastries.
I have a feeling that probably happened just because they want to get that access to that secret comic book.
You can have Zach try to pretty much share his stories about aliens and conspiracy theories, hoping to woo Kara.
This is just a thought. I'm just thinking maybe the other best friends will also come along as well. But if it's gonna be a Lincoln Kara episode, then that's fine too. Yeah. But remember that Lincoln and Kara did actually meet up so many times with other previous episodes of The Loud House.
Well, Bake, Borrow, Steal for one thing.
Yeah, there's only one, but isn't there more? I thought there were more episodes that she was a part of.
Oh no, this is her only appearance. Bake, Borrow, Steal was her only appearance.
Okay,
yeah.
So now that we get to see more of Kara, so apparently she's also part of the.
Oh God, I'm so excited!
She's also part of the high school there too. So
I'm so excited.
School. Yeah.
And then also you got I want to see how Stella approaches this because Stella's gonna be out to Kara. Hey, let's go on a girls' day out.
I don't think so. Maybe they just want to share comic book stuff. Oh, I have this comic. Why don't we trade or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you like this you like this comic book series? May I recommend this comic book series? And then they trade each other and stuff.
Yeah. The thing is though, is that it shouldn't be when it comes to Lincoln and his friends trying to befriend Kara, it shouldn't just be an ensemble all the time. You could have a scene with Lincoln and Kara, you could have a scene with Clyde and Kara.
Yeah.
And then so on and so forth.
I don't know. Like I said, if it's going to be just Lincoln and Kara, then it makes sense. I mean, it could be something where Lincoln wants to really get that comic book. But I have a feeling he might need some backup from his friends. Clyde could be there. Stella could be there. Rusty, Liam, Zach. The possibilities are endless because we don't actually know the episode yet.
Also, one thing I must point out, isn't Lincoln Loud the master of convincing?
Yes.
So shouldn't he be already an expert in this?
Yeah, I think so too. So unless Kara knows his convincing ways.
Yeah, I don't think Lincoln would need the help of his friends to do that. I think he could master by himself unless Kara can find a way to outsmart Lincoln's convincing skills.
That's what I was thinking. Kara could be a smarter person.
Kara could be the mistress of convincing herself.
I don't know.
Or the queen of convincing.
I don't know.
We don't know until we've seen the actual episode, but something tells me this episode is gonna make me adore Kara all the more.
I mean, you're definitely a huge Kara fan already.
Definitely a huge Kara fan. Yes,
he's already hyping it up in this episode. He pretty much is saying, "Oh my God, I love Kara a lot." So
yes, because she's an adorable nerd. And the snarky adorable nerd. That's what makes me think she's already one of my favorites.
So Stella is my favorite though. Either way, Carless Whisper is the first episode that will come out. That'll be coming out on Monday, November 12th. But remember, there's also more episodes of The Loud House this week. So let's continue on. As we move into Tuesday, this episode called Dollar and Cents comes out. The synopsis says Miguel enlists Lenny when he launches his own perfume line at Reininger's.
Yes.
How do you like this episode? Now we have a Miguel episode again.
Now that we have a Miguel episode again, yeah, it's been a while since we've seen that dude, hasn't it? Like ever since Miguel has been a prominent character, he's been quite an endearing character on his own.
I think the last time we actually saw a Miguel episode was when he actually liked this one guy.
Yeah. But then it turns out that this one guy, Gavin,
that's right.
Lenny.
Gavin started dating Lenny.
Yeah. It wasn't exactly a good start for Gavin, but you know what? He's grown a little bit on me a little bit.
He's growing a bit. I mean, if anything, Lenny now has a boyfriend. It's good for Lenny because I know that she's been single for quite some time. And I think Gavin is a perfect it's a perfect date for Lenny.
I'm excited for a next episode with Miguel because he's an endearing character. He's a fabulous guy. Just can't help but love. And also, I want to see Miguel's boyfriend make another appearance because they were cute together.
Oh, you mean that guy? Yeah. I have a feeling that he might come up just because of support. Because, of course, Miguel is supposed to launch a brand new perfume. Lenny makes sense to have Lenny just because now Lenny's pretty much part of Reininger's to say she could become the next manager for Reininger's. She's just been so successful there.
Oh, and also Fiona's got to be there too, because
she's definitely got to be there. I miss Fiona too. Yeah, I haven't seen those guys, by the way. I remember seeing Lenny, Miguel, and Fiona recently in that Bye Bye Tanya episode. Yeah. So if you haven't seen them in so long, I mean, missing the trio of that is just, again, we can't wait for.
Yeah, because they really are thick as thieves.
Something tells me Gavin might also be there to also help assist. So if anything, it's that group particular that are probably going to be helping. They're probably gonna be helping Miguel when it comes to that perfume line brand that he's trying to work on.
Jackie and Mandy as a bonus.
You don't think so? I don't know. I get it. They appeared again, but they didn't appear after that.
Well, they did appear in Grub Snub.
Yes. That was it. I was gonna say after Grub Snub again, they didn't appear. They didn't appear. Bye Bye Tanya. So. I do have a feeling it's just going to be those three and maybe a little bit more extra characters. If anything, I do want to see if that whole relationship with that one guy literally just appeared only 1 second later at the end of the episode. So I don't know if he actually will return, but it'd be cool to actually get a little reference of that. So we could say oh my God, they actually are together. Hey.
Yeah, exactly. Now, see, the thing with Miguel and his relationship with his boyfriend is that you can't just have it be a one-off thing. Actually have the boyfriend character have a more prominent role.
I mean, again, he don't even see much because he only appeared for 1 second in that episode.
He only appeared for 1 second, and it's I want to see the character fleshed out more.
Yeah, I know, but again, it's still how can they do to flesh it out more? Maybe literally have an episode of those two together.
They could find a way to make it work because what the Loudhouse does very well is that it doesn't treat its secondary characters like secondary characters. It treats its secondary characters like human beings.
I mean, yeah, that's what they've done with Stella and Gavin and Sam. Come on, they are going to do that. I don't know about that certain person in particular, but then again, I'll be it could just be Sam, for example. Mm-hmm. She only appeared 1 second after Alice for Love, and now she became Louis' girlfriend.
Yeah, so anything is possible with these secondary characters, like I said.
I know, and I feel Miguel could happen, but if it doesn't happen, I'm fine with it too. But it's high, I put in my foot down. I was I'm pretty sure it's higher than likely he might appear. Yeah. If anything, it is going to be about Miguel, Fiona, and Lenny mostly.
Which I do want to see because I really do miss those three. Those three work really well together.
And maybe the manager of Reininger's because she's obviously running the whole show. Running the whole store itself.
She's the boss, so
yeah, indeed.
You don't want to mess with her.
I can't wait for this. I can't wait to see Lenny's friends again. Miguel and Fiona have always been so helpful for Lenny and making Reininger such a fun thing to watch whenever I see a Lenny episode. So yes, Dollar and Cents is something I can't wait for on Tuesday.
Yeah, so, Miguel and Fiona have been such great friends to Lenny inside and outside of work.
Yeah, so you can't wait for this episode as well?
Yes. Yeah, well, can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for it too. All right, so that was Tuesday's episode of Loud House. Let's go into Wednesday as we have this new episode come out called Bulking and Sulking. Lynn Sr. struggles to run Lynn's table when his brother Lance opens up a gym above the restaurant. Oh, we have a Lynn Sr. and Lance episode, huh? Lance from that one Christmas episode. Interesting.
Yeah. Twas the Fight Before Christmas, and let's just say that something tells me Lynn Sr. and Lance are going to go out again. It's going to be Twas the Fight.
Oh no! Don't tell me that again. That's what made Twas the Fight Before Christmas not that exciting, just because spatula fight. Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, all I'm gonna say is prepare for Twas the Fight Before Christmas 2.0.
Well, here's the thing. Why would he even want to have a gym on top of a freaking restaurant?
It makes no sense because you're basically like it's kind of like they kind of cancel each other in a way. It's sort of like, you know.
Oh yeah, after you eat whatever you eat at Lynn's table, you work.
It's an oxymoron. It's an oxymoron.
You work it out over at what is it? Lance's gym.
Yeah, it's an oxymoron because, you know, like the whole point of working out so you can get fit, and then, you know, and then Lynn's table, when you pick out a Lynn's table, you come to find that all that exercise was pointless.
Yeah,
because you gain weight anyways.
So again, this is another Lynn Senior Lance rivalry, which we have seen before in Twas a Fight Before Christmas, and we've seen how that went. It may not work out well.
And the premise alone, like it's not that that's the problem. The problem is that the premise makes no sense.
You would think so? Oh, I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be like a Lynn Senior episode and a Lance episode, and then again, it kind of makes me a little bit disappointed just because like I want to see more of like that Cousins family. Yeah. And the only thing that we've seen from the Cousins family is the little brother that they have.
Yeah, and that little brother made an appearance with Lincoln, Lance, and Lindsay when they went fishing with Gramps.
Right. And then now they're gonna have them together now in like this whole different setting where Lynn's table now has a gym right above them, and I'm like, oh, this is going to really have bickering signs of what was it? Twas a Fight Before Christmas again.
And the thing is that I want to see the Loud Cousins have their own episodes together because
I can't wait for that. But because I miss like everybody from I miss them too. Like again, I forget their names just because we haven't seen them in like since last year.
Because the thing is that now we were excited for the Loud Cousins Twas a Fight Before Christmas. The only problem is that the Cousins were kind of robbed of the roles. Like they were treated.
They're only like helping the Louds out.
Yeah, I felt like they could have been more fleshed out as characters on their own. You could have had personal interactions between them and the other Louds. You could have had more development with them. But the thing is that they only played as sort of like, you know, the helpful secondary characters and not much else.
Right. I mean, I really would love to see the Cousins a whole lot more, but you see how the trend goes when it comes to Loud House episodes, right? We are doing a continuity thing where we actually do get to see the Cousins come up in certain episodes of the Loud House.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of time before we get to see, you know, everybody back from the Twas a Fight Before Christmas.
Please do.
It's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen. And again, the continuity is doing really well for that show.
It really is. Like I feel like, you know, now of course the Casa Grandes does continuity better.
It does suck. No, so it does suck that we don't see much Casa Grandes this new season.
Yeah.
What happened to the Casa Grandes with Ronnie Ann? Where's everybody else?
But it's gonna take a while because keep in mind the Casa Grandes movie just recently came out, and you know, in our head,
they'll be back. They'll be back.
They're still having their time in.
No, forget it. They'll be back. They'll be back in the Loud House eventually. They'll be back in Royal Woods. I know they're in Great Lake City right now, but they'll be back in Royal Woods eventually.
Yeah.
Or if the Loud House ever goes back to Great Lake City, okay? We had a Great Lakes Freakout episode that was like 2 years ago. Come on.
We did.
There has to be a chance we get to see the Loud House bring back the Casa Grandes.
I have a feeling we're gonna get Casa Grandes focus episodes again in 2025.
So if anything, I have a feeling that the Cousins will be featured more often than the Casa Grandes.
Yeah, I think that because, you know, we've already focused so much on Casa Grandes. They even got their own spin-off show, so the Loud Cousins are underused, so why not use them even more?
Please don't tell, wait, what?
Now, the Loud Cousins are underused, so why not use them even more?
It just got me an idea that made me think maybe the Cousins will have a spin-off series. Oh, no.
Imagine that. The Loud Cousins have their own spin-off show.
I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility if, like, Nickelodeon ever does that move. I mean, Casa Grandes did have 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So
if you were to tell me in season 1 that, you know, Ronnie Ann, the tomboy girl that Lincoln Loud, you know, was really good friends with, if you told me she would have her own spin-off show and a movie, you'd be laughing at me.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we were all thinking about it too after the whole Relative Chaos episode.
Yeah, after Relative Chaos. I'm talking about before Relative Chaos. You never would have imagined that this girl who was slightly mentioned in Heavy Metal and then had a prominent appearance in Save the Date. Yeah. You never would have guessed that she would have a spin-off show.
Yeah, I just never expected it either. But then here we are now. She did have a brand new show. So there you go. No, but if anything, going back into bulking and sulking, I do think this might be one of the weakest episodes for this week. I don't think it will actually do well. It might be something where it's like, oh, Lynn Sr. and Lance are fighting. Oh, it's just like Twas a Fight for Christmas, but not Christmas time.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be Twas a Fight for Christmas 2.0, and it's the reason why out of all the 4 episodes, this is one I'm excited for the least.
Yeah, if anything, I'll still watch it, and hopefully it could be it will not be like a dud or something. It probably might be like something average to say, but we'll see. Maybe it might surprise us. It might be one of the best episodes in the new season.
I'm not counting on it, but we'll see.
I mean, we did say the same thing with Bye Bye Birthday, and look at that episode.
That's true.
God, that was so good.
Season's Cheatings. Like, I thought Season's Cheatings was going to suck. That turned out to be one of the best episodes of that season.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's been surprises when it comes to the show. I mean, there are some episodes that we think are going to be bad, but it could be good. Yeah. All right, so that's Wednesday's episode, Bulking and Sulking. But let's go into Thursday's episode next week, because it is titled "What Wild Goss Chase." The synopsis says, privy to all the gossip at school. Privy to all the gossip at school. Lola is recruited to write her own gossip column in the school newspaper. Oh, she's a gossip columnist in her school newspaper.
Which makes sense because she's a gossiper and she's also a tattletale, so it makes sense.
Actually, to be honest, remember we did have an episode of, Listen Out Loud that had Lola literally just spreading out gossip in the entire episode of the podcast.
Yeah, so I like how this episode puts, that character trait of Lola to good use.
First off, I miss Lola Loud. Like, oh my god, I miss her Prissy herself and stuff like that. And like, she hasn't had much focus episode either. Like, even Close Encounters of the Nerd Kind, she didn't have much to do. I'm just really looking back at like a Lola episode and seeing how great it is. I remember the last time we actually had a Lola episode was like Love Stinks. Yeah. And that was really good because I never expected Lola to actually like a skunk.
Lola Loud is one of my top favorite Loud House characters ever. Like, I'm a huge Lola Loud fan.
Yeah, she's absolutely like great. And like, from the way I'm seeing the premise right now, Lola running a gossip blog, like that's something that is gonna be given to her. Like, she definitely does read about the gossip and stuff.
Like I said, it makes sense for the character because the episode plays well with that particular character trait of Lola because it's one of her prominent traits. Like, she has that big mouth that she just can't close,
And that's what she's been doing with her family, for example.
Exactly.
And she's done that over the Listen Out Loud episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
So something tells me like that whole trait that she did over the Listen Out Loud podcast episode will probably all come here. But this time around, it's going to be all about her school. So like, she might say something bad about Lana. She might say something bad about Melly. Maybe some of the other girls that are also in her school.
I'm waiting for this. Like, towards the end, she's going to say something bad about Lana, which is going to break Lana's heart. And that's the turning point.
No, I don't want to see that.
That's going to be the turning point in which what Lola realizes what she was doing is wrong. Not the fact that she heard Millie, not the fact she heard Cricket, but the fact that she heard her own twin sister, Lana.
And just remember, like, all the things that she's going to do to get that gossip. Say, for example, she would, like, sneak into, like, alleyways, see something embarrassing right in front of her, and just takes a picture, and writes a column immediately, and puts it into the newspaper, and everyone's going to say, like, ha, 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 oh my god, you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen these, like, things before. I've seen these before.
Like, something tells me about this. This is going to be, like... It's going to be like Gossipy Girl, except it's not going to suck. Like this is going to be Gossipy Girl done right.
Don't even bring up that. That's not even a part of a news article. That's just more of like, oh my god, they're just selling out their secrets. Not even gossip. No, but it's not even gossip. It's just mostly like them just revealing their secrets.
No, but like it's gonna play well into gossiping. Like, it's gonna have some sort of gossiping within the episode.
Yeah, so I mean, there's like probably some episodes will be like, oh my god, does Melly like this one teacher? Oh my god, what's wrong with this teacher? Why is she doing this?
Or more like, oh my gosh, like, does Millie really have bad breath?
I'm kind of wondering like if we can actually focus more on like Lola and Lana's classmates because we don't get much about them, do we?
Seriously, like, I'm still waiting for the day that Lola, Cricket, and Millie become a trio.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Cricket too. I'm missing Cricket, by the way.
Yeah. No, not that Cricket. We're talking about Preppy Cricket.
I haven't seen her either. I really hope she actually pops up in this episode. Or, what's that one girl that she like? Lizzie Sweetwater. Yeah. It'd be funny if she actually just come back. Oh my god, I would love to see that. Like a Lizzie Sweetwater like column comes up and she just starts crying her eyes away. I'm like, oh no, what did you do, Lola? You just defeated your rival or something.
Now see, Lola would have no problem doing that to Lindsay Sweetwater because she is a rival. So,
I know, but this just gives me like so many thoughts about this because like who knows what Lola could do? She could be you know her, you know who she is. She could be evil sometimes. She can be nice and primmy sometimes.
And that's what I like about her is that like she's a brat, but she's pretty much a breath of fresh air because like she's the kind of like evil brat with a heart of gold inside. And Great Delisle really pulls off both sides of Lola to a T.
I mean, she does a lot of voices in this show. Yeah. I mean, to even make like three of the louds on her voice is a freaking talent. Even what was it? Cheryl and Meryl. Cheryl and Meryl are also voiced by Great Delisle too.
She also voiced Scoots. I remember.
I'm just saying, like she's very, very talented in this show.
Miss Bernardo, I think she was Miss Bernardo
too. Yeah, Great Griffith, Great Delisle. God damn it! Like, how can you get like this many roles when it comes to a Loud House show? Like, this is insane.
Yeah, Great Griffith. Like, she's an actress. Like, she's a woman of many roles. She's a woman with many voices.
We know that. And I'm just very great that like they have a talent like her to do Lola Loud, to do Lana, to do Lily, Mrs. Bernardo, and even Cheryl and Meryl.
And it helps that she has that range, that voice range as well.
Right, indeed. Yeah. I already say this before. When they actually made the episode Double Trouble, how is she able to do all those voices? Because that's 4 characters all the same voice.
Like I said, she's got that energy. She's got the range. She's got the passion.
Yeah, it's just been crazy for her. But either way, I'm just, again, focusing more on Lola. I can't wait for this episode. This has been so long since I've seen a Lola episode, and I can't wait to see how this all goes out. Yeah,
definitely. Like Lola episodes, they rarely miss. Like each and every single Lola focused episode lands every time.
It definitely does. I mean, recently, but I don't know about like as of late. The Candy one.
Oh, the Candy one. That was one of my favorite Lola episodes because the fact about I can relate to her because I have a sweet tooth myself.
Yeah,
I get addicted to candy and sugar.
Side story that I want to bring up. Whenever we have truffles that come out in work. Whenever I see the chocolate truffles, I'll be like, truffles? Just like Lola. I'm like, oh no, god dang, you just got it from me. I didn't know it. You love truffles like me. God damn it, Lola.
Yeah, same thing with me in my workplace. Whenever there's snacks around, like I see Oreos, Chips Ahoy, I'm like, oh, I'm getting me some of that Oreos. Yeah.
No, if anything, I remember Lola was huge into chocolate truffles. So yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So these are all the 4 episodes that we're gonna be coming out onto Nickelodeon for new Loud House episodes. Omid, what is gonna be your favorite episode that you're gonna be looking forward to?
Oh, definitely Careless Whisper. As much as I love Lola, I love her Lola Loud episodes in general. Just the fact that we're getting another episode in which Kara is a prominent character makes me all the more excited.
Well, this is mostly a Lincoln episode, by the way. So if anything, a Lincoln episode is always a good episode, give or take. So I really hope it does go into the good side of a Lincoln episode and it does really well. Yeah. If anything, it does also reflect Kara a whole lot. Like, we'll get more character development on Kara.
Yes.
And maybe she might join the Friend Squad, but I don't think so. Omid is putting up a big thing that she might join the Friend Squad. I'm like, I don't think so.
Make her the 7th member.
No, I don't think so. Look, you put Girl Jordan you tried to put Girl Jordan in the friend group and it didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, you don't have to make her with the squad. You don't have to make her a squad member. You just have to make her a prominent character.
Yes, just like Girl Jordan. You said Chandler too, by the way, with pre-show, and I'm like, oh, you're right. He is also a secondary character, but he has his own episodes too.
Yeah.
To no one's love him. To no one's like, by the way, like no one likes that.
Who really does? You
try to do your best to actually have an episode yourself, and you ended up screwing yourself over because you still ended up being a bully.
Exactly. Like Tears for Fears was such a tease.
No, the other episode. Remember when he was a part of the Action News Squad?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, he was a part of the Action News team, and then that ended up to be a fail.
Yeah, the ending though was brilliant.
Yeah, the ending was brilliant, but he still ended up being a jerk throughout the whole episode. For me, my favorite, the one episode that I'm really excited for is Wild Goss Chase. I mean, I can't wait to see how Lola would interact when it comes to having a social blog or like being a total gossip columnist. I can't wait to see how she'll go. She might be like, again, doing all this stuff to like embarrass characters and maybe, like what you said, Omid, embarrass Lana, and then Lana's not gonna like it. Then hopefully Lola quits the whole entire gossip blog.
Yeah, I think that's like the reason I want that to happen is because it will further emphasize how deep of a bond the twins have.
Yeah, indeed. Because I really do love the Lola Lana bond. Like, they are like twin sisters. They do care for each other a lot.
Yeah, like they're twin sisters, yet they couldn't be more different, yet they still care for each other.
Indeed, yeah. And I really do like that dynamic. So Lola and Lana are like really awesome, like sisters together.
Definitely.
And then the other episode that I also want to bring up is Dollar and Cents. I can't wait for that one too. Just because like I miss Miguel. I already said this before. I miss Miguel. I miss Lenny. I miss Fiona. I miss like Gavin and everybody that was all a part of Lenny's squad. If anything, I do think that it's gonna focus on the Reininger crew. So it's mostly gonna be Lenny, Miguel, and Fiona. And the boss of Reiningers. So, if anything, I just hope that from this episode, Miguel does have a really successful perfume lineup coming up, and that it will do well. I really hope it's not one of those. It's not one of those episodes where like the perfume will come out and then like it's kind of like remember that Krabby Hype episode?
Yeah.
Like you bring out a Krabby Patty and it turned out to be really well, and then the next day they all got poisoned or something.
Yeah.
I really hope it doesn't happen to Miguel where like the perfume smells good, but then maybe people have an allergic reaction to it, then they have to sell it back to Reiners.
That would be really predictable. I want to see them like to do a more creative. Do a more creative twist in that.
What? Like it's not selling well, so that's why Lenny and Fiona will go out to say like, "Hey, perfume sample."
That would be
that
better.
Kind of thing.
that would actually be better because it'd be more unique.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many possibilities when it comes to this. I mean, we're obviously huge Loud House fans. We're going to be doing big deep dives for this. So yeah.
Heck, Loud House is pretty much how we started this in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. We were Loud Casa Talks, and now we're the Anination podcast. Yeah. So yeah, if anything, Loud House episodes starts debuting on November 11th on Monday. So if you have Nickelodeon, please check it out. We don't know how long it will take until it goes to Paramount Plus, but please check it out on Nickelodeon when it airs on the network.
Yes, give Loud House all your support.
All right. I think that's pretty much it for all of the debuts we have in November. Do you have anything else to want to bring up?
Nothing much I want to say except that I'm excited for November in terms of like content wise, whether it be Loud House, new Big Sea Greens, new Arcane. Of course, you got the new Moana movie. Mm-hmm. And of course, Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish. Watch it on Netflix. I can't stress this enough. Watch Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish.
We did pretty much put up a campaign saying like, please watch Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish on Netflix. Season 2 depends on it. So yes, if you have Netflix, please check it out on. Please check out Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish on Netflix when it comes out because the future of that show depends on you.
Yes.
Because if we don't have that, then we cannot have. If we don't have the numbers, we cannot have a season 2 of Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish. So.
And those of you who are complaining but haven't watched it, you're to blame. So don't even.
Yeah, exactly. Please check it out. That's all I can say.
Don't complain if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, if anything, November is starting up to go well. December is looking to be quite promising with the fact that we have a brand new Lord of the Rings movie coming out in December.
Yes, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, that one looks pretty.
Lord of the Rings anime movie.
I know that looks pretty epic as hell. Again, much more stuff happening in December. Plus, it's also the holiday season. You expect holiday episodes coming out for certain shows. So.
Exactly. Like when you want to take a break from Christmas shopping, you just want to like watch new movies, new shows on December.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
But we'll do that when the first week of December hits. Okay. But we are gonna be going back to our regular schedule of new Loud Casa. Sorry, not Loud Casa Talks. Oh my God, we're going back to Loud Casa, are we? Next week, we're going to go back into our old format with the brand new news and some segments when it comes to the animation world. So we're going to go back to our regular Animation podcast episodes next week. But hopefully you guys enjoyed our little segment of what will be coming out in November.
Yes.
If you like what you see, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and make sure you hit the bell button so you're notified when we'll be coming on for the next episode. We are always uploading videos we're always uploading videos to our channel, so make sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified when our new video will be coming out soon. And also, our social medias are on the bottom of the screen there. So make sure you follow us on our X, make sure you follow us on our Instagram at AnimationPod, and we also are having a brand new Blue Sky account coming up. Again, that's still in the works, so when the new Blue Sky account comes up, make sure you follow us there as well.
Yeah, so we just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all so much for listening, and get yourselves ready for the holidays, people.
No, I'm not ready yet. I still have to list down all my shopping for everybody.
Yeah, that's true, but then
Mariah Carey didn't break from the ice yet. But she didn't break from the ice yet. It's November.
Exactly. This is November. Technically, some people still view it as, holidays is just started.
No, it's not. It's not. It's still November, okay? When Thanksgiving hits, Mariah Carey can come out, okay?
All right.
Anyways, that's it for our episode. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye,
care,
everybody.
y'all.
See y'all.
See y'all later.
No more of that don't want more for Christmas song, okay?
Oh, God.
I'm tired of that. Not right now. It's still November, bro.
All right, wait till next month. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.